So hello everyone and welcome to this webinar. My name is Deborah Labi. Just a quick introduction. I've been in the industry for 18 years. I was a property manager for 14 years, a mystery guest consultant, a three-time podcaster, digital nomad for 15 years, and many more things besides a startup founder, which I'll come back to more of later on. So I know that a lot of you are missing out on potential bookings or at least revenue. So in this session, I'll talk you through how to connect with your guest to make sure they come back to you, how you can offer help to every website visitor, and help you to make your direct booking strategy leak-proof. So I'm going to share my screen and let's get started. Okay. So how to reinforce your direct booking strategy while earning extra revenue. So, everyone goes to conferences and attends summits because you want to learn about direct bookings and how to get direct bookings. But did you know that the direct booking strategy has potential leaks? So my goal here is to help you refine your strategy and make it leak-proof. So how can you connect with a guest in a way that makes them love your service and want to book? And how can you make a guest a return guest or make that guest your mouthpiece? How can you make your guest spread the word about amongst their friends about you and your business? So my first slide here is the power of logos. Now, are you familiar with these logos? Are you familiar with the faces behind these logos? Do you trust these logos? And now, how do you feel about these logos? Do you feel a bit more of a connection with them, a bit more familiarity with them? Do you trust them more? Is there a bit more of a connection? So this example is simple but powerful in just pointing out the power of showing a face. It's the most vital aspect in connecting with your guests. So when a guest sees your face, it establishes trust and a sense of familiarity. It makes the guest feel understood and valued, which is exactly how we want the guest to feel. We want to feel trusted and we want our guest to feel comfortable and connected to us. So this building trust is crucial for encouraging guests to return. So the first and most important place to show your face is on the About Us page. Now, don't stop there. Why don't you actually put your face on the home page? That way you'll catch all the people that never make it to your About Us page. So have your About Us on your home page. And when you show your face, have your little blurb about how you got started on the About Us page. If you do it on the home page, just maybe write a few sentences, but also use your name. That makes the connection personal and real right from the start. Now, the About Us page, you have been told about this hundreds of times, I'm sure. Now, the second opportunity that you can show your face is on the I don't want you to start that. So the booking confirmation emails. When I was a property manager, when I got a booking in, the guest got an email and it had a link. It said an important message for you. And the link took them to this. This is a page on my website. And it had a video of me thanking them for their booking, explaining all the emails they're going to get in the meantime, the timing of it all, and finishing off with, if you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to get in touch and I will respond as soon as possible. Now, this way, they've seen me on my About Us page, and now they've heard me in the confirmation video, in the video format, and this adds to the connection with the guest. This has really cemented the connection with the guest. Now, I've also shared information with them, so it means it showed them that I care. So that's an extra simple way to connect with your guest. One link on your website in the booking confirmation email. Now, a third place, is it's going to start. No. Now, in my business, I was always about face-to-face meet and greets. I loved face-to-face. And if you can't do it, because everyone can't do it, but if you can't do it, consider a video. Film it at the property and just say the usual things that you would have said at a check-in. Explain a few things about the property, and then of course say if there are any issues, get in touch. Oh, sorry. What you do is in the arrival instruction email, say there is a QR code just inside the property. Please scan it for an important message. Again, it's a video on your website, so the guest comes back to your website. Google loves that. And there is the video filmed at the property, you again connecting with the guest. So the guest has formed a very strong connection with you, and you haven't even met the guest yet, but you've connected. So again, just to finish off with, if you have any problems or any issues at all, please do get in touch and we'll look after it. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, I'm shy in front of the camera, I can't do it. Don't worry about it. It takes practice. My tip for you is do not write a script. Just make it sound like you're talking to the guest. Take one, take two. You're going to stumble a few times. You're going to forget things. And that's absolutely fine. You know, it might take you 10 goes. It might take you 15 goes. But every time you do it again, it gets better and better and better. And you could end up with a really great video in about 15 minutes. And it's such a great return on investment to do one video and make it only about 1 minute long, but a great return on investment for a short video. Now, the thing is, you're doing your job very well. And what happens if you do it too well? You've connected with the guest, direct booking strategies working wonders. You've got lots of website visitors and return guests, and all the effort is paying off. But what happens when these guests that love you come back and ask for the great property they booked before and it's booked up? And what if a website visitor wants help and asks if you have a property in a location that you don't have? What happens if your direct booking strategy and connecting with the guest works too well? Well, you could end up in the situation that I found myself in many years ago, over many years. I often found myself typing, sorry, I can't help you, over and over and over. Returning guests who couldn't be accommodated and new visitors asking about properties in locations I didn't have. It sparked the idea for my guest referral platform, conceived back in 2016 and recently relaunched, but more on that soon. So, sorry, I can't help you is a really bad guest experience. The guest could only feel a little frustrated if they'd come to me and I couldn't help them. And as a property manager, I felt really bad not being able to help them too. So what can you do instead of turning guests away? Now, initially, I didn't know other property managers in the area. And so I would actually search online for alternatives, just as my guests would. And it was time-consuming and rarely successful. But these aren't the only people that you can't help. Let's think about your website. Let's think about the guests first coming to your website or returning to your website. We all work hard to drive traffic to your websites through SEO, blogs, and other strategies. So let's think of your website as your shop. You know, we've always said your website is like your shop front. But once guests arrive, what happens? Do they always find what they need? So sometimes there's success for some and frustration for others. Some guests find the perfect property and book directly on your site. But what about those that leave because they couldn't find what they were looking for? What about those return guests who come back, check your calendars, see that you're fully booked, and leave? So even though they're return guests, you still could be losing them. And what about those who don't find what they're looking for and actually leave a little frustrated because you don't have what they need and your website was number 5 in their search? So they're a bit frustrated. So out of all of those guests that have arrived on your website, what are the range of emotions that they're feeling? You know, there could be some excitement about the search. They could feel like, oh, well, I got to do what I got to do in terms of searching. And it also could be frustration because this is just taking too long. Your direct booking strategy might be strong, but is your website turning away visitors? How many website visitors actually complete a booking? Is your website a dead end? your direct booking strategy may be working, but is your website a dead end? Do some guests make it onto your website only to turn around and leave? What number actually book? Out of all of your website visitors, how many book? Or how many bookings are turning away? So this is called your conversion rate. This is the percentage of website visitors who complete a booking, or in my definition of it, even contact you. At least they've made contact, and that's the beginning of the sales funnel. Now, this is a critical metric for assessing the effectiveness of your website and your overall strategy. So how do we make your website, how do we stop guests from leaving, and how do we make your website sticky? How do we get the guests to stay and go further in? The answer is referrals. Referrals can be the answer to turning visitors into confirmed guests and into revenue by being helpful, of course. Instead of visitors leaving your website in frustration, you can offer them a helpful alternative. So how do we make your website more sticky, more like a funnel? How do we get them onto your website and further into your hands? Now, imagine being able to help guests even when your property is fully booked or you don't have a specific property type. How do we go from this, where the guests are leaving, to this? A referral network can provide the solution, ensuring guests find what they're looking for, even if it's not with you directly. Forming a network of like-minded property managers allows you to refer guests confidently. This network expands your reach and provides a safety net for when you can't meet a guest's needs directly. So by offering assistance, even when you can't accommodate the guest, you can still maintain and grow your reputation just by helping. Guests will remember that you were helpful, and they're more likely to return and recommend you to others. So now you can help guests even when you are fully booked, and you can help guests even if you don't have properties in the location that they're after, or even, for example, they're after a pet-friendly property and you don't have any. You can still help. And what sort of emotions do you think the guests will have now? Happiness, relief, they'll feel secure, and they will be very happy that you could help them. And sharing inquiries with other property managers builds a trusted community. And this approach scales your portfolio without adding any management responsibilities. And it also fosters mutual success. You all want to be successful. And a happy guest means a return guest. Of course, we want them to come back. They book with you, they can't find what they want, you refer them, and this is the cycle that we want. And this is what Have You Got does. The guest books with you, they return, they either book with you again or you refer them. The guest comes back, they book with you, you can't help them, you refer them. And this is the cycle. This is building the network, your local community, the global community on Have You Got, but more shortly. So how easy is it to help the guest? Well, it's this easy, but it's probably easier than me trying to get to the next screen. Okay, so once you sign up to Have You Got, this is your manager dashboard. And here is a button that takes you to sharing the inquiry. Now, you can either go to your dashboard or you can go to the manager website, or you can download the share inquiry form and save it to your phone. They all take you back to the share inquiry form. So this is what it looks like. You simply fill in the guest name, number of guests, the guest email, number of bedrooms. If they need separate beds, you can put that in as well. Location, dates, if there's a budget, the currency, and there is actually, as of today, but it hasn't made it onto the form yet, there will be the filters, like whether they want a pool, a barbecue, etc., etc. And then your email address. if you use the button on your website, that email address is already in there. We're actually in Daniela's dashboard, and you'll see that her email address is already filled in the bottom. So that's just the time saver. Oopsie daisy. The time saver there. We can add it to the home screen, but we're not going to just yet. There we go. There's the website. And then all you have to do is hit the submit button, and that's it. That is the referral. Now, this is something that people do on WhatsApp. The guest name, how many people, what are the dates, blah, 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 the location, their ideal location, and they share it. Well, this way you share it, and that is all you have to do. So once again, it's on the manager page, or you can scan it on the manager page. You can scan the QR code and save the inquiry on your phone, or it's on your dashboard. So let's go back to here. So once you've hit submit, what happens next? Well, the guest gets an email saying details of your upcoming trip were shared. It tells you it tells the guest who the referring manager was, because of course, you did the right thing by sharing. And then there is a show results page, and that takes them to the Have You Got page. I'm going to let Lorraine in, excuse me. Takes you to the results page. Now, this is exactly now like a listing site, except all of these details are filled in as per the inquiry form. So the guest doesn't have to put in anything more. These will be the properties that are available as per their criteria. And they click on it, they look at the properties, the photos, description, reviews, the price, and everything. And then once they pick a property and book, they see, whoopsie daisy, they see this screen, they've booked, and look at that, another video, because it's all about connecting with the guest. So this is going to change. I don't like this video, but it's a video like they've booked, and this video now explains that the property manager is now going to take over from this booking. Thank you so much for your booking. You're going to have a wonderful stay, blah, blah, blah. So again, connecting with the guest, because I want these guests to come back to Have You Got. They also get an email, and it says who the property manager is that they're going to hear from, and continues on with that. We're waiting for the property manager to get in touch. The property manager gets an email that's got all the booking details, the guest name, the property, the dates, the cost, etc., etc. That is their direct booking. It's theirs. They run with it now. The referrer, they get an email saying, hey, the guest you shared booked, and this is how much commission you're going to get. Gets paid at the end of the month. Now, remember, if you've got that referral link, if you share your referral link and it goes through and you haven't done anything else, this is the next thing you're going to hear. You didn't have to do anything else. You didn't have to search or share anything. You just get the email saying how much commission you're earning. So why refer? Well, we can see that it builds a much stronger connection with the guest. You'll build your reputation. The guest will love you for helping them. And it enhances the guest experience. Now, I like this analogy of your website is a shop. Now, imagine you walk into a shop and you're looking around, you can't find what you're looking for, and the shop assistant comes up to you and say, can I help you with something? Of course, what a relief that is. So imagine your guest, imagine your guest being told the same thing. Can I help you with something? And then it also builds this trusted community and drives mutual success between the managers. So Have You Got can help with all of this. It is a listing site, so the public can find you via the public listing site. It's everyone on there providing accommodation is ID verified, so there are no scammers on there. It's an automated and monetized guest referral system, so you can share with confidence because all the property managers are real and exist. And the marketing that we're doing is basically guests can book with confidence because all the properties are real. And it's also a referral system where you don't actually have to have any properties to refer. So you can be a real estate agent or a concierge, and you can still refer guests into the system, help the guest, and earn a commission. So what about some passive income from your website visitors? You've offered them help, the ones that are looking for your properties or looking for a property. Now, what about if you can earn some passive income? So, just lost my spot. Hold on a minute. Now, imagine if you had a button on your website that says, did you not find what you're looking for? And, you know, they may have looked over your website. They could be tired. You could be website number 5 that they're looking at properties. And if you could just say, share your details, and a selection will come to your inbox. This button here has your referral link. So if they do click that, share their details, and go down the Have You Got rabbit hole, you could earn a commission. Now, some people have said, I don't want that. I don't want this on my homepage because I want them to look through all of my properties first. That's absolutely fine. If you feel that way, what you can do is actually have it as a pop-up as they're leaving your website. They've looked at your website, they didn't find what they wanted, and now they're leaving. So catch them then and say, hey, if you didn't find what you're looking for, we can still help you. So offering help, again, affiliate link, passive income. So this is for your local referral. It's the same affiliate link, but that's for your local, someone looking for your destination. You could also have this one, which is the global referral. So when I was a property manager, I had guests asking me if I had properties in Melbourne. My properties were in Sydney. Do you have properties in Melbourne? No. Do you have properties in New Zealand? No. If you ever get asked, we're going somewhere next, do you have properties there? Do you know anyone there? Here we go. You direct them to your homepage, or you say, here, look, I'll send you a link, and that will connect you to my network, ID verified network, so you can book with confidence. Everyone is real, everyone is professional. And so you can add them, you can send them down the Have You Got rabbit hole for global destinations. Now, you can have this sitting on your website. The people that know you, that have enjoyed your service, that trust you, they'll be aware of it, and they'll go, next time when we need accommodation, we'll just go back to Bob on his website. They've got that network. Hey, presto, that button has just earned you commission without you doing anything. So to wind up, to make your direct booking strategy invincible, show your face and use video, and help every guest through referrals. Get to know other local managers and start referring. And use Have You Got to streamline the process too, and to look more professional. Now watch the guests return, loving the help and the service you're providing. And of course, register with Have You Got and get verified. And this way you can build your network, and it's automated and it's monetized. So basically, Have You Got will simplify your referral process, and it will enhance your professional image, because it does look quite professional, more professional than a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group. And it can increase your increase income just through the passive income buttons, the global network, even the local network. So if you sign up today, you can prevent any leaks through your direct booking strategy. All those website visitors, if you could get revenue from just 25% of those website visitors that turn away without booking, that's already revenue. That's great, really great. So if we can work together and keep the guests off the OTAs, then we can grow your business and boost your revenue. And that's all I have to share with you today. Now, if you have any questions, I'm coming back here now. If you have any questions, please do pop them there. I'm sorry if it was all a bit robotic. Oh, great product. Thank you very much. Look, it is a way to help every guest, right? You know, think about all those website visitors that you get. You look at all the web hits, but how many bookings do you actually get? So how can you help all those people that are coming to your page? And as I said, you know, think about your website as the storefront. If someone is coming into the shop, and imagine if you said, I saw this product last week and I'd like to, I can't find it. I'd like it. I can't find it. Have you still got it? Now, imagine if the shopkeeper said, or the shop assistant said, I'll just check. They go online. No, we don't have it. Not a good customer service. What about if they said, we don't have it, but the other shop does? Well, can you call them and tell them to hold it? No, we can't call between shops. Not a good experience. But if you said, if the shop assistant said, we don't have it, but the other shop does have it, do you want me to call them and organize it to be delivered here? Oh, yes, please. Now, how do you feel as the customer? That is how your guest feels when you say, can I help you? Because we all know how difficult it is, you know, finding accommodation out there. It's a big, wide world with lots and lots of sites, and offering help, they'll really appreciate it. So again, if anyone has any questions, please pop them in the chat. Yeah, so yeah, basically it's about capturing all those people that land on your website that get turned away because they can't find it. And you know, again, in that shop, the shop situation, when you walk in and you can't find what you're looking for, how many times do you actually go up to a shop assistant and said, hey, have you got blah, blah, blah? You know, most people will just turn around and walk out. So this is actually saying, can I help you? And having that the button on your website or the pop-up is, can I help you? And so, you know, there's not many, there's not many websites that actually say, you know, can I help you? And help you find other accommodation.
Hi, Deborah. A great presentation, and I think it came across well. I have a question. When you say scan the QR code and then the form pop up, then you said you complete it as the host. Is that or I would complete it for the guest, or is the...
So there's two ways you can do it. You can even, if the guest has emailed you, you can say, I'm sorry, I don't have anything. Send them the link and say, just fill in this form and you'll get everything that's available in my network into your inbox in 10 seconds. So you can ask them to fill it in. If they're on the phone, you can say, hey, look, can I, first of all, you have to ask permission. Can I share your details with my network? And you'll get an email in 10 seconds with all the selection available. So you can do it. So you can do one or the other. That passive income, they click on it and they go to the share form, and you know, and then they will get the emails sent to them. So you can do it just sharing your link or through a button or you know, filling it in yourself. And that's why I suggested to have the form on your phone, because even if they've emailed you, like all those ones before, sorry, I can't help you, they were all coming in via email. And so if I had it on my phone, I could just go, you know, blah, 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 these dates, this location, boom, 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 send. And I can just write back to them and say, I've just sent your, you know, details into my network. You'll get it. You'll probably get an email before you receive this one. So, yeah. So you've got a number of ways to share that form. Dashboard, phone, send them the link. Yeah. And the other thing is the referral link is live for 6 months. So no one really, you know, the referral link length of time has changed. At the moment, it's 6 months. So especially it's good for those global ones because people don't necessarily book. Well, being Australian, people book a year in advance. But 6 months from when they first land on Have You Got with that link. Now, the thing is, if they are booking, like, okay, we're going to go months in advance. I mean, we're going to go in a few months and they don't want to book anything just yet. They may not remember the link and they may go, oh, yeah, that was on Renata's website. I'm going back to Renata's website to go check that network. In that case, the 6 months starts again. So, you know, they have opportunity to come back. It's a pretty decent amount of time for that referral link to be alive. Yeah.
I have a quick question, actually.
Yeah.
It was
No,
a great presentation. As I
oh,
said in the comments, it's really a great product that you have
thank
there.
you.
The question is, does it integrate with property management softwares? So to avoid double bookings and that kind of
Of
stuff.
course, of course. So
That's
not
awesome. Yeah,
not yet. It's in the pipeline. I'm doing some work at the moment. We've started, but it's not going to be finished at least for another month or two. Now, what PMS are
sure.
you, just out of interest?
So I actually work. The company that I run is kind of an omni-channel agency. So
Yeah.
we're actually using AI. We recently connected on LinkedIn, Deborah. It's okay. I don't think you should know me.
Ah,
But essentially, the idea is that we work with property management companies,
yeah,
and they work with a variety of PMSs. So
yeah,
one of them is Guesty, as you know, or
yeah,
Host Away.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm
Good.
asking, because I think it's a great way to consolidate the market.
Yes. Now
But yeah,
the difference, like I know that Guesty, I think through Mavericks, Guesty, and even Avantio, I think they've done it in a way where my guest can look at 200 properties instead of my 5, but that's not a personal service. When you inundate a guest with
yeah,
more and more properties, that's not actually offering the guest any kind of help. It's just, here's an
absolutely.
idea for you to look at. So with mine, it is about the guest connection, and it is about building a community that the guest doesn't want to leave, because there is
Mm,
talking about AI, this is all about human to human. I'm helping you, even though they don't know that, we're not doing any of the work, but we are working together with this referral system. So it is about us offering a service, which is, we don't have to do much at all except send a link, rather than saying, okay, look, I haven't got it, but here's another 200 properties that, are part of my network. Go have a look. So that's the difference. Now, just so everyone else knows, that if you do get that email with the booking details, it's exactly like a direct booking. A guest has said, hey, I want to come back here, la, 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 la. I want to book. What's the price? Send me it. I want to book it. On Have You Got, if you get that email and you didn't get it into your system quick enough, or you've checked the guest and you go, no way, there's no way I'm taking this booking, you can cancel it. You haven't actually got it in the system yet. So they've only just paid the booking fee with me. If you don't like the guest and you want to cancel it, absolutely no problem. You CC me, CC Have You Got in the communication to the guest to say whatever the reason you want to give them, and I give them the refund of their booking fee. Not a problem. The way I designed it, I'll try and, yes, I will. The way I designed it is for the process to be very manager-centric. I was a manager. I wanted to run my business my way, so I designed it for me. However, on the other end, with the searching and the helping and the referrals, that's guest-centric, because I don't like to look for properties. I want someone else to do it for me. Here's my criteria. Give me a small selection. I don't want to be going to 5 websites. And I actually initially had thought, you know what, I'm just going to take 6. Give them a choice of 6. Because, you have analysis paralysis when you get too much choice. But I figured, for now, let's see what it is, and let's see how it goes. But yes, anyway, it is an instant booking, but you do not have to accept it. And then with the PMS, it will go straight into your PMS. But again, if you look at it and you go through guest verification and you think, oh my God, they're all 16-year-old, and there's no way, you can cancel, and again, no penalty at all. Yeah. Anyone else have any questions? And Lorraine, you'll be very proud of us. We've got a great accessibility filter. The only problem is there's not many properties on there with accessible features, but it's there and it's really, really good, and quite bold and quite separate. So that's really great. I thought that was a very important thing to have. Yeah. But now that that's all finalized, I've got to get word out there and say, come on, any accessible properties out there, get on board. And that would be really handy. And especially in referring, if someone has got an accessible house and is booked, to be able to refer would be really ideal. Lorraine, have you got many people in Europe on Rentable? Or is it mainly US? Can you unmute? Hang on. I think Lorraine. Can you unmute? Lorraine?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
You know, we are only in the United States and Canada right now,
Okay.
but in the coming year, we hope to be able to go more global.
Okay.
The other aspect of having the accessible feature button is to identify with on your platform of what that means. So some
yeah.
people don't think of a driveway. You know, a hard surface driveway is accessible. So for me in a wheelchair, that is critical for me to get into the house.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they go, oh, really? I can put that as an accessible feature. So it's understanding, and our company is called Becoming Rentable, RENTABLE. And you can go online and look at the different features. We have 43 mobility and 30 in the cognitive field. And so many times we look at accessibility as only wheelchair. And so you have a property with one step, that's accessible. Maybe not to me, but for somebody in a walker or crutches or canes, but they don't need 30 steps. So it's understanding what that is. And we do hope that we will be able to expand our locations, because we get requests all the time.
Now, the thing is, Lorraine, I just had an idea. Even though in the US, for Have You Got, it's only really in Florida, around Orlando, that they're the only properties that I have in the US. But if all of your members all have properties, right? Or are they looking for properties?
We are a listing platform. Perfect. And so we're not a booking platform.
Yes. So what you need to do is get all of your members on Have You Got. It doesn't matter where, because if one of you is fully booked, you can refer the guest and they'll find another property that's accessible, properly accessible. And then that way, everyone is happy finding accessible properties easily and referring and earning revenue.
Right. No, I love that idea. I mean, that's a huge challenge. In fact, did you see our social media post yesterday was just that? Do you have an accessible property? We want to know, because we want to share that with others. You know, besides our listing site, you know, we want this conversation to take place. So I actually did a screenshot of what you presented, because I liked it so much.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we'll talk more and get all your members on Have You Got, so they can start sharing referrals too, with all the details. Yeah, great. Oh, lovely. And anyhow, I am going to put this onto YouTube, so you can watch it again if you want, or you can share it with other property managers so they can understand what it's all about. And hi, Laura, by the way, you came in a bit late, sorry. And I don't know who else might have come in a bit late, because I had my screen on full. I couldn't see anyone else waiting, but thank you very much, all of you. And I really appreciate you taking the time. And I'll share it on LinkedIn. Oh no, will I share it? I don't know if was it good enough. I'll have to watch. But yeah, I'll probably share it. So thank you very much. Oh, Renata, you're gonna do a Mark Simpson. Oh, I don't think of these things. You know, this is the one bad thing. I'm not a salesperson. I don't think about these things. I'm the creative, and I want everyone to earn money and do whatever, but I don't know how to sell it. You know, it's like, I don't think about thumbs up, hit the like button. Oh, it's not me. I wish it was, but no, alas, no. So I just rely on word of mouth. So if you like Have You Got, you can spread the word. Okay, well, thank you very much, everyone. If you do have any questions, you can PM me on LinkedIn, and make sure you're connected. And a nice ending to my hair-raising tech day. Lovely. Okay. Thank you. Bye.